I'm Earl Stewart. I welcome you to Earl Stewart on Cars Mystery Shopping Report. Rick Case, Genesis in South Florida, and I'm speaking first person as if I were Agent Lightning, our undercover agent. I arrived in the mid-afternoon, and I approached the front of the building. There were 5 salesmen standing out front, all waiting to come up to meet me. I put my head down and walked toward the front of the building until I was greeted by a salesman named Paulo. He asked me if I was here to see anybody in particular today, and I told him I wasn't, but I was interested in checking out a new Genesis. Paulo said, "Perfect. Let's take a walk to the back lot, and I can show you my inventory." We walked through 2 different inventory lots, which I would say was at least a football field's distance, with me in heels. That's Agent Lightning in heels. I don't wear heels. And, until we finally reached where the Genesis cars were parked. He explained the difference between the lower-end model and the highest package, and I decided to go with the midline Genesis. We landed on a 2025 G70 Sport and an MSRP of $47,890. By the way, the Genesis is a hell of a good car. I mean, it's a luxury car. I'm just amazed that Hyundai did such a good job with their luxury car. It's right up there. I mean, it could compete with Lexus. Not quite there yet, but it's pretty close. We went for a test drive, and he explained the vehicle's features. He even demonstrated some of the quasi-self-driving capabilities, which made me nervous. Once back at the dealership, we sat at his Paulo's cubicle, and he took my license and put me into their system. He confirmed that I loved the car and would potentially like to buy it, trial close. "Yes," I replied. He then excused himself to go talk to his manager and get me a price sheet. A few minutes later, returned with a proposal sheet. The first thing I noticed was that the price was way over MSRP. Now, this is, we're getting pretty well into 2024. The COVID is over with. The supply chain interruption is 99% over with. Cars aren't selling over MSRP anymore, and with a couple of rare exceptions. So to see this Genesis price way over MSRP was a little shocking. So I questioned Paulo. He said that there's $2,000 markup that goes on all Rick Case's vehicles, and that it includes a 20-year, 200,000-mile powertrain warranty. So this is supposed to justify a $2,000 markup over MSRP. Regular listeners to this show know that a powertrain warranty is worth absolutely nothing because if you obey the rules on the warranty in terms of maintenance, you don't ever have a problem with your powertrain. The losses are zero. So a worthless warranty justifying a markup of $2,000 over a sticker makes no sense at all. I said, "Well, I know there's no way either my husband and I will ever pay over MSRP for any car ever again, so I'm not sure if there's anything else to discuss here." So she kind of called Paulos Bluff. Paulo jumped up forward to his seat and asked me to tell him what would get me to buy today. Now, this is old school, standard old school. This is the game that car dealers have been playing for 100 years. I replied, "Well, something much closer to MSRP out the door, none of these markups." He said he checked with his manager, but he wanted me to know they're offering 2.99% for 48 months through Genesis. He also said, I couldn't get away from taxes, dealer fees, or title fees. Now he's telling me that I can't get away from dealer fees. Now dealer fees are specifically banned by Florida law, and this Rick Case Genesis is in Florida. And this Florida law has been on the books for 20 years, and the Attorney General has said that they're going to begin enforcing this law. So here we are having a salesman tell the mystery shopper that I got dealer fees, junk fees, and there's nothing I can do about it. There's also nothing, apparently, that the Ashley Moody or the law or the Federal Trade Commission could do about it, but it's illegal. And here I am on live radio talking about Rick Case Genesis breaking the law in the face of the warning given out months ago, and he's still breaking the law, and nobody cares. He repeated to me, just so we're clear, that I was looking to buy for $48,000 out the door today. And he says, let me see what my boss says. Let the games begin. Paulo then asked me for my credit card. Now, this is really old school. To take with him to show I was serious. I said, for what reason? He said, to show my boss that you're serious. So that's the old school. I said, nope, not happening. I've never been asked for this before. I'm sorry. That just seems insane to me. He then said, okay, well, here, how about this? You sign here that you're willing to buy right now if the out-the-door price is $48,000. Now, he's asking me to swear to him, promise that I'll buy if I meet the price that I like. And that's not a contract, but that's what he wants me to do. I said, our goal is to buy a car today, but I'm not signing anything or running a credit until I see final numbers. He could talk to my husband. He said, okay, I understand what you're saying. I'll be right back. About 5 minutes later, his boss, Mauricio, came over to confirm everything that I had just told Paulo. I was getting annoyed. He then asked me what vehicles I currently had registered to my address. I responded, like I told Paulo, a GMC, a Toyota, and a Volkswagen. He said, okay, let me see what I can do. However, likely, if there are cash incentives to lower the price, you won't qualify for the 2.99 annual percentage rate. He then asked me what my credit score was. I said, high 700s. He said, let me check for you. I'll be right back with some new numbers. Waited another 5 minutes, and Mauricio returned alone with this sheet and said this offer was available today only. Oh man, this defines old school and bad actors, right? And that in order to use incentives, he applied, I wouldn't qualify for the 2.99% rate. He'd already told me that. This time, the selling price was right at MSRP, and they showed $3,000 rebate after taxes and fees. The out-the-door price was $50,651.59. I asked for Paulo's card. He said he'd send him over. Paulo returned without a card, and then he said he'd be back in a few minutes with his card. At this point, I'd had enough, and I left. That's one for the books, folks. So there we are.
For myself, I try not to do this very often, but that's totally an F.
And
what do you think, Nancy?
I give them an F.
I'm going to give them an F. I'm going to fail them. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a long time. I don't remember giving an F. I always fight for the curve, and to give an F to a dealer in South Florida, that is a very serious thing. Hi, this is Earl Stewart. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to be notified of new videos that we post to our YouTube channel, simply click on the subscribe button and the bell icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen.